Hello everybody, welcome to week 3, lesson 3. Today's lesson is on rainforests and the magic of millipedes. So first of all, let me just tell you a few really amazing facts about rainforests. So rainforests cover only 6% of our Earth, but in rainforests we find over half of all the animals that we know about today. The second really amazing fact is that rainforests provide 20% of all oxygen that is on the Earth, so without them we wouldn't be able to breathe. So if you're watching, like me, you're probably a fan of insects. Now rainforests actually house over 2.5 million insects. And a very heartbreaking fact is that in the past 70 years, rainforests have decreased by half. Today's lesson is going to be in 2 parts. The first part is going to be about rainforests, and the second part is going to be on the magic of millipedes. So first of all then, let's just look at how a rainforest is constructed.
Here you can see how the rainforest is split into 4 layers, consisting of the forest floor, the understory, the canopy, and the emergence.
Okay, so let's take a look first at the rainforest floor.
Here you can see an image of a typical rainforest floor. It is said to be the most dangerous layer of the rainforest. Here, lots of different insects and reptiles and snakes can live here. It can also be home to lots of gorillas and big cats as well.
So now let's look at the second layer from the bottom, which is the understory.
The understory is the second layer from the bottom in the rainforest. The air here is very humid and damp. The plants here can survive with very little light. This layer is home to lots of insects, reptiles, mammals, and other animals.
And now the third layer, which is the canopy.
The third layer from the bottom in the rainforest is the canopy. This layer is very rich in life due to its vast amounts of fruits and seeds. Lots of animals such as monkeys and birds can live here.
And finally, the top layer, which is the emergent layer.
The top layer in the rainforest is known as the emergent layer. The trees here can reach a whopping 230 feet in height. Here we see lots of bright sun and rain reaching the trees, but also lots of very strong winds. The animals that live here tend to have very good balance. These include animals such as birds, monkeys, and bats.
So the reason that so many different animals can live in the rainforest is because the rainforest is very warm, it's very wet because of course it rains a lot there. That means that lots more plants can grow, which means there's a lot more food, which means there's going to be a lot more animals that live there. Right, so now we're going to take a look at some of my pets that actually come from the rainforest in the wild. Let's take a look. Okay, so first of all we have Marmite, who is a pachynoda beetle. These are from the rainforests in Africa, and you can see they have a very bright coloration. This is a warning to predators. So this 9 times out of 10 will make predators not eat them, because anything that's brightly coloured, as a general rule, might be poisonous. So in the rainforest where they live, they spend a lot of their time on the ground because they like to scuttle around and eat the rotten fruits that might have fallen from the trees above. They also spend a lot of their time on the ground because they obviously have to lay their eggs into the soil. But they can fly as well, not terribly long distances, but they can fly around to escape from predators. So if this happens, they might sort of hide up in a tree somewhere.
There he is, he's very pretty. Oh, he's missing a foot. I wonder how that happened.
So my next rainforest pet are my jungle nymphs. So I've got a male and a female here. If you can see them, they're not fully grown yet, but this species of stick insect is actually the heaviest species of stick insect in the world. So when these reach full size, they're going to be enormous. So I'm very excited about that. So jungle nymphs come from rainforests in Malaysia. And as you can see, they are extremely well camouflaged. They look exactly like the branches and the twigs that you might find in a tree. The female, however, Bertha, they actually grow into a very, very massive leaf shape. So when she reaches full size, she's going to look just like a really big leaf. And that's obviously their way of keeping safe in the rainforest. Another thing that these creatures have, you might not be able to see it because they're still quite small, but they have very, very spiky legs and a sort of spiky body. This is a way of looking more scary, but also when they do feel threatened, they will sort of clasp their legs together, and this makes a very uncomfortable sort of prickly sensation. So that's their main defense. They're also very, very good at playing dead as well when they feel scared. So one thing I forgot to mention before I put them home is that jungle nymphs are animals that reside in the understory and the canopy. Our next rainforest creature is one that resides on the forest floor. This is an Asian forest scorpion. Her name is Licorice. Some of you might have seen her in videos previously. So the scorpion has what's known as an exoskeleton, which is a very hard outer shell. And remember how we said that the forest floor is the most dangerous layer because of all the predators down there? So the exoskeleton just helps the scorpion stay a little bit more protected. The scorpion also has a nice stinging tail, which you might be able to see just there. And you'll notice, or you might notice, that the scorpion is covered in lots of tiny, tiny hairs. If you look at its tail in particular, you might be able to see them a bit better. So these are sensory hairs. And what they do is they pick up tiny, tiny vibrations in the air so that the scorpion can sense if there's anything coming nearby, such as a snack or a predator. So our next rainforest creature is Sydney. Sydney is a Sabah Borneo thorny stick insect. You can probably tell these come from Borneo. And they reside in the understory and the canopy. You can see they look very much like a twig. And they're also trying to mimic the tree bark. So if that was against a tree, against the rough bark, you can see she's quite spiny. There's no way you'd see her at all. She's quite the camouflage artist. So next we have Maple, the leaf insect. She's another one that's a baby. At the moment, I'm kind of in my second generation of insect eggs. So a lot of my animals at the minute are actually babies. I'm kind of waiting for them to grow to their full size. Anyway, so Maple is a giant Malaysian leaf insect. So she's from the Malaysian rainforest. Now you can quite clearly see what she's trying to look like. She's trying to look like a leaf in order to camouflage. So she'll spend a lot of her time, in the understory and the canopy. And she's even got the little brown edges that looks like the edges of a dead leaf. Okay folks, so that is the first part of the lesson on rainforests. I'm not going to show you every single animal that I have that's from the rainforest because there's quite a lot of them. And now we're going to move on to the next part of the lesson, which is all about the magic of millipedes. So the reason that I've tied in the magic of millipedes topic with the rainforest topic is that millipedes generally do come from rainforests and other forests as well. So the millipedes that I keep are all rainforest species, so let's take a look. So before I show you just a few of my pet millipedes, I just want to tell you a few reasons why they are so special. So millipedes actually date back around 420 million years ago, so they've been around since before the dinosaurs, and today there's thought to be around 12,000 species. When millipedes are scared, they wrap their bodies into a very tight coil, and some millipedes can actually emit a cyanide gas, which in the right concentration can be toxic to some animals. So the main reason why millipedes are so incredible is that they play an essential part in recycling nutrients back into the soil. So it's thought that millipedes account for almost half of the world's leaf and wood decomposition. So without them, the world would be yay high deep in dead things. Some millipedes as well can have up to 750 legs. So let's look at a few of my pet millipedes. Right, so the first pet millipede I want to show you is Cherry. She is a fire millipede. These are from Mozambique. So these aren't a terribly big species, as you can see. They're fairly small, but their coloration is quite beautiful. I'm sure you'll agree. There she is. So this species of millipede has around 260 legs. And she's having a good sort of feel around. You can see the antennas moving. Millipedes can't see terribly well, so the antennas they use to kind of feel where they're going. So this millipede is a rainforest species, so rainforests in Mozambique. And the millipede body shape is really good for scuttling through the leaves and on the soil and not being seen by predators. So the next species is Flotsam. She is a delta brown millipede. These come from African rainforest. And not only is their body shape very good at keeping them hidden, so they can scuttle through the leaves, but also their colour, the sort of dark brown, is very good to hide amongst the soil. This type of millipede has around 400 legs. And again, not terribly good vision, so she's having a good feel around. And this species grows pretty big, you can see. She's a bit of a beast, which is good. So next we have Stewie and Louie, the bumblebee millipedes. This is the smallest variety of millipede that I keep, but again they are a tropical species. They're from the rainforest, so you wouldn't find them in this country in your garden. So bumblebee millipedes get their name because they are actually black and yellow striped. I'll give you a close-up in a minute so you can see. So Stewie doesn't want to uncurl. Oh, he does. So I'm going to show you now how you can tell male and female millipedes apart. So here are the bumblebee millipedes up close. Bumblebee millipedes, sorry. So you can see that they're yellow and black. This is the female here that's uncurled. Oops. And the male is curled up. Now, the way that you can tell male and female millipedes apart is that male millipedes have, hang on, an enlarged segment on their head. I can't get my camera to focus, I'm sorry. So the 7th segment from their head is larger, but because he's feeling a bit grumpy and not coming out, I can't show you properly. Let me see if I can get him to uncurl. No, he doesn't want to uncurl, does he? No.
So the 7th section from the head on the male is bigger. So you can see that the segments on the female are all pretty uniform. Generally, females tend to be bigger than males as well. Okay, so the last species of millipede that I'm going to show you are my candy ball pill millipedes. 2 of them are in their defensive position, so they're in a coil, which is a very good way of keeping safe from predators, but Haribo is sort of half out. Whoops, sorry buddy. Hang on, let me just turn him the right way. So candy ball pill millipedes are of course residents of the rainforest floor, and their colours are of course bright and very good for warning predators. Gumdrop has decided to come and say hello. Oh gosh, Haribo keeps falling over. There they are, look. They always remind me of little bits of sweet corn. So, although these don't actually look like a type of millipede, they are indeed. And this one is still not feeling very festive.
Okay, once again everyone, thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate it. So that's the end of this lesson. Next week I'm going to be uploading a different one. Haven't quite decided what topic I'm going to cover yet, but keep your eyes peeled. So thank you very much again. Bye bye.